Late at night, a white snake was caught in the neighborhood. Open the door, your snake got out. Who is it? I was about to curse her as an idiot when suddenly a barrage of comments flashed before my eyes. The female lead, after being dumped, turned back into her original form to secretly watch her husband, but got caught instead. Ha ha ha, I can't stop laughing. She's already heartbroken from being dumped, and now her husband despises her too. The female lead is definitely going to crawl under the covers and cry secretly when she gets back. The little white snake can't sleep curled up on her husband's body anymore. Right now, the little white snake is pitifully held in the security guard's hands. A red flashlight quietly sized me up. I tried to reach out my hand, and the white snake's eyes were full of disbelief. 2 seconds later, the white snake obediently rubbed its head against my hand. The next second, the guard let go, and the little white snake, at lightning speed, crawled up from my wrist all the way up, clinging tightly. At that moment, the barrage appeared again. The female lead isn't afraid of scaring her husband. It's not her fault either. Just now, to catch her, the security guard chased her around half the neighborhood, whacking her with a stick over and over, beating her until she had no fight left. Yeah, she was beaten into submission. One person hitting her over a dozen times in a row. If not for this silly girl's luck, the male lead would be in trouble. Young man, while it's okay to keep pets freely, a white snake that big can't be allowed to crawl out and scare others. If I hadn't just remembered seeing this snake basking on your windowsill before when I passed by your building, we would have almost turned your pet snake into soup. After hearing the guard's words, the little white snake jolted and burrowed straight into the collar of my shirt. What the hell was that move? The barrage floated up again. I want to see the female lead's perspective. Me too. What do they mean by fortune and misfortune intertwined? This is exactly it. The female lead got her taste, didn't she? I comforted the snake in my arms and hurriedly grabbed a watermelon I had just bought to give to the security auntie. Really sorry. She gave me a few instructions and left. I was about to close the door when I felt the white snake burrow deeper and even flick its tongue. Damn it, I knew it after breaking up with Lu Ruyan. She pretended to be a normal human and dated me. She never let me get any advantage, but when it came to her taking advantage of me, she never missed a chance. I tried to pull the little white snake out, but it insisted on burrowing in. The slippery, slimy sensation slithered across my chest muscles, something I had dreamt about hundreds of times. Now I have a reasonable suspicion that those weren't dreams. The little white snake refused to come out. In the end, I had no choice, and let the little white snake curl up in my arms and fall asleep. Finally, the female lead can get a good night's sleep. In the month since breaking up with the male lead, she had no appetite and couldn't sleep, just drinking alone every day. In the end, she couldn't stand it anymore and thought of turning back into her original form to secretly watch the male lead. Then, through my clothes, I looked at the little white snake nestled inside, a bit puzzled. I was the one who suggested the breakup, but she agreed. The reason for the breakup was simple. Lu Ruyan wouldn't let me touch her. You know what it's like dating a stunningly beautiful woman, with a slim waist, long legs and double D-bombs only. For her to want a completely physical-free romance? It's despair. I once suspected she might have some psychological issues. Several times when I was lying in bed, Lu Ruyan would make an excuse to get up and, wearing lace panties, head to the bathroom to take a cold shower. I would be left in the bedroom fiddling with my Barrett. At that time, I suspected she had someone else in her heart, saving herself for her first love or something. We had a fierce argument. Lu Ruyan, are you even a normal woman? Fine, just don't ever be with me for the rest of your life. I want to wait a little longer, until the day you can accept it. What are you hesitating about? I accept it. I admit I have a bit of a cleanliness obsession, but Lu Ruyan and I had been together for 4 years, planning to get married. But I'm not the kind of irresponsible man. So I directly told Lu Ruyan, I'm willing, I accept it. But Lu Ruyan just crouched down, holding her head. Wait a little longer. I waited 4 years. That day, I didn't want to wait anymore. I told Lu Ruyan, today, either you give in or we break up. Lu Ruyan didn't give in, so we broke up. Now the barrage tells me that Lu Ruyan, missing me, turned into a snake to come see me. Feels kind of surreal. I reached out to touch the snake's head, and it rubbed against me before continuing to sleep. With the barrage, I started gossiping. Actually, the female lead really wants to have a life harmony with her husband too, but as a snake woman, her body is special. She secretes some special substance that crawls onto her husband's body. Huh? What's that? Why is the barrage starting to blur into mosaics? But from the fragmented text, I pieced together the truth. Then I pulled the sleeping white snake out of my arms and followed the guide to find its cloaca. Sure enough, when I touched it, a special scent was released. The barrage didn't lie to me. Maybe my movements weren't standard, or maybe my inhale was too loud, waking the little white snake. The little white snake looked down and saw my pressing hand and its fully exposed cloaca. He looked up again and met my gaze. The white snake's beautiful red vertical pupils instantly dilated. I could see shock in a snake's eyes. Shame, embarrassment, and despair swirled within him. He panicked and slithered away, but dared not move. I can't believe it. Who just forces open someone's eyes to look at them like that? Isn't this a total disaster for the male and female leads? She was perfectly fine, sleeping, and then woke up to find that all her years of secrets were exposed to her husband. I wanted to comfort the little white snake, but it hid in the corner of the room, glaring with tears in its eyes. Forget it, I'll just pretend I don't know the white snake is Lu Ruyan. I'll act like I randomly found a pet snake, and Lu Ruyan will act like she's just a pet. He thinks I don't know his true identity and starts acting up, demanding cuddles every single day. Always wanting to snuggle. Every time I wake up, the little white snake is coiled around some part of my body. When I play on my phone, the snake curls up on my chest, stretching its head out to watch with me. The moment I scroll to a leggy beauty, the white snake nudges my head away. If I come across standards for a good woman that match Lu Ruyan, the white snake turns its head and gazes at me expectantly, sometimes flicking its tongue to lick my forehead, my cheeks, lips, or fingers. Look at the female lead. Every day she opens her eyes and just kisses her husband. She's living way more comfortably than in human form. This is seriously a blessing in disguise. Look at her. She's having so much fun she doesn't want to go back. She's even neglecting the family business. I peeled the white snake off my chest. I'm gonna take a shower. But the little white snake was reluctant. Just as I was about to head to the shower, it squeezed in again. I picked up the snake and said, "Let's shower together." Then I started to undress. The next second, the little white snake dashed into a corner, too afraid to look at me. Honestly, always trying to seduce the female lead, but when she gets what she wants, she shrinks away. Why does the little white snake look like it's blushing? Is the female lead about to lose it and whack it with her shoe? Just as this comment popped up, the little white snake climbed onto the sink, turned on the water, and slipped in, instantly becoming a tiny water snake, letting out a hiss. I tossed my dirty clothes onto the sink, covering the little white snake's eager yet timid gaze. The snake didn't like that. It wriggled its way out. I was lathering up soap and instinctively turned to check what was happening at the sink. But the white snake suddenly went stiff and fainted with a thud. Its small head hit the sink with a crisp sound. Who would believe it? The female lead fainted from shyness after seeing the male lead's muscular build without any covering. That was the truth of the collision. Hope it didn't damage her brain. But even if it did, she doesn't seem too bright anyway. On behalf of the female lead, full of question marks. But she's the smartest eldest princess of the Lu family, who beat out a bunch of male heirs. To become CEO of the Lu group, she's just not too bright around the male lead. Then I picked up the white snake, wondering if Lu Ruyan's erratic intelligence regression would affect future kids. After my shower, I curled up on the sofa scrolling through my phone and came across a news article. The Lu Group is offering a huge reward for the return of the Lu family's female CEO's beloved pet, with a photo of the white snake. In the photo, it looks spirited, its red vertical pupils shining with wisdom, completely different from the little fool still unconscious on the bed, stretched out in a line. Let's check the reward. How much? 30 million. Mom, I'm rich. Without a second thought, I stuffed the white snake into a plastic bag and rushed to the Lu Group building. There was a long line there. Everyone was holding a white snake. I suspect every white snake in the entire city had gathered here. A young man carrying a briefcase, hurrying into the Lu Group building, was stopped by an old man who said, "Young man, you need to follow the order of arrival. Get in line." The young man, sweating profusely, explained, "Sir, I'm an employee of the Lu Group. I'm here for work. I'm about to be late. Please let me through." The old man shook his head with an air of authority. "Even for work, you have to line up, young man." The comments section erupted into laughter resembling goose honks. "Ha ha ha, the last time I went to the police station to turn myself in, they said the same thing to me." Finally, the argument between the old man and the young man brought over the Lu Group security guards. Under their escort, the young man managed to enter the building. After handling everything, the security captain turned back and noticed the transparent plastic bag in my hand. Inside was Lu Ruyan's original form. Sure, the little white snake looked similar, but Lu Ruyan's original form was exceptionally beautiful. Its scales shimmered brilliantly under the sunlight. The security captain's eyes lit up, and he quickly approached, pulling out money. "Young man, come on in with me." But I still heard a tired voice from across the room. "Are you sure? How many random snakes have been sent in lately? Don't worry, I've been with the Lu family for years. There's no way I'd mistake it." I also gathered all my confidence inside. The security captain led me to the top floor of the building. I stepped out of the elevator first. Looking at my serious, exhausted face that was forcing a smile, he said, "It's Master Gu." "Ah no, it's Mr. G. What brings you here?" "This intern is unprofessional. This intern is so unprofessional. How did they even blurt out their inner thoughts?" It's not Shinjuli's fault. The female lead pushed him to this mainly because every time she got angry, whenever Shinjuli mentioned Gu Yen, our female lead would change, holding back her temper. Then Shinjuli could report properly. So it became a habit for him. After all, he's seen big scenes before. He quickly adjusted and continued speaking. "Mr. G, are you here to see President Liu? President Liu has been missing you. You will be thrilled to hear this news." The security captain stepped in a moment later, interrupting Shinjuli. Speaking with a formal tone, "Shinjuli, is this the gentleman who found our Liu family snake?" Shinjuli finally noticed the boss Su I was holding, and the white thing in the Su bag, looking utterly clueless. The bullet comments were acting as story dialogue, directly interfering with our Shinjuli's CPU. Shinjuli was screaming inside. If I had known the young lady was at Gu Ye's place, I wouldn't have looked for her. I dare not take it, absolutely dare not. "Ah no, it's not this one. Old fatty, you've mistaken. It's definitely this one. I've watched the young lady grow up. No way I'm wrong." Assistant Shin tried several times to interrupt the security captain's words, and finally had to reach out, hurriedly covering the security captain's mouth. "You're too talkative." The security captain wanted to say more, but Shinjuli shoved him into the elevator, smiling with a warning. "If you still want your job, shut up." The security captain pressed the elevator button with a pitiful look. Shinjuli quickly fixed her hair, turned around affectionately, politely invited me to the rest area to sit down. "Mr. G, President Liu will be overjoyed. But President Liu is on a business trip and won't be back for a while." An office worker soon brought coffee and a box of Liqueur. Shinjuli took the chance to speak for Liu Ruyan. "President Liu specially arranged this. A sugar-free latte with raw smoke for Mr. G. President Liu also mentioned that Mr. G doesn't like cigars, so this time it's your favorite Liqueur. Is this the point?" "The point is my 30 million. Then I fished out the snake who tried to struggle." "Shinjuli, I've confirmed it. This is the snake you've been looking for." Shinjuli waved her hands frantically, saying no. I insisted it was. The colors match perfectly. Shinjuli kept denying, stubbornly refusing to admit. So we fought for 300 rounds, waking up the little white snake. The white snake saw Shinjuli. Its originally dazed eyes widened, then it closed its eyes, shook its head, and opened them again with a hint of disdain. Shinjuli shrank her neck, first pointed at herself, then pointed at me behind the little white snake. The little white snake turned its head, saw me, and spoke with a trembling voice. "See, Mr. G, this really isn't from our Liu family's snake, but thank you for the trouble. I'll have a driver take you back." Shinjuli said no with her mouth, but when I left, she stuffed a guide into my hand, a snake-raising manual thicker than Dream of the Red Chamber. And she earnestly urged me, "Mr. G, all things have spirits. If you raise a snake, you must treat it well. Be passionate and devoted, okay?" The little white snake nodded along in my arms, hissing in agreement. I asked Shinjuli, "So, do you want this free snake?" Then Shinjuli quickly made an excuse to escape. Later, the little white snake sulked for 3 days. Every time I came home from work, I'd see it curled up pitifully, in all sorts of obvious spots, waiting for me to coax it. The bullet comments were also saying, "It's no wonder our female lead is heartbroken." From her perspective, except for the time she was unconscious. It was literally 1 second she was seeing her dear husband's body clearly, and the next he sent her home. Who could handle that? The female lead's emotions are like a roller coaster. Male lead, go coax our shattered little snake. I myself haven't even gotten over the pain of losing 30 million. In my sadness, who wants to deal with her? The Liu group has already withdrawn. I really couldn't be bothered to coax, so the little white snake had to comfort itself, then started slithering over to cuddle. It climbed up from my ankle, resting its head on my chest to sleep. I stared at its snow-white scales, thinking, I can't keep showing off like this, can I? Before, I could at least hug it as myself, but now it's just a little white snake. Can't just keep prying it open to check its little white snakes. This situation is too awkward. I have to get Liu Ruyan to go back and come find me in human form. Bowing my head is out of the question. I'll just have to provoke Liu Ruyan. I took the little white snake out and started spinning a tail. Little white, I'll hold hands with my girlfriend, hug her, kiss under the Ferris wheel under the stars. Then get married, lie in bed playing games when we have time, and when we don't, dress up our beautiful daughter. I was lost in fantasy, and the little white snake finally stopped being dazed, its red vertical pupils filled with caution. I secretly glanced at the little white snake, deciding to up the ante. Apprehensively, I pulled out a few photos of my cousin, shoving them at the little white snake. Little white, help me pick. These are blind dates my buddy recommended to me. I opened the album, pointing at the one wearing black yoga pants, cousin number 1, sighing. This one graduated from Tsinghua, a top student, smart and clever, handsome and skilled in music and arts. That's also a good option to keep on hold. As I started introducing, I could feel the little white snake's body growing stiffer and stiffer. After much searching, I finally found my best-looking cousin. This is little cousin Zhang. An artistic photo with bare feet and cream-colored tones. Back in the day, this set of pictures won her a legion of online admirers. She was really pretty, so I saved a few more. But before I could even speak, my phone was nudged away by a tongue, and the little white snake's body turned into a rubber band, twitching violently. She stared at me with a face full of resentment. Only Lu Ruyan could be that bitter, while the comments were buzzing with excitement. The male lead really has the female lead under his thumb. She looks like she's about to break down. Don't toy with your little tsundere, bro. She looks like she's about to go downstairs any second, not taking the stairs or the elevator. Heartbroken snake. I bet the male lead is deliberately provoking her. Aha, can't wait to see that. The little white snake seemed to collapse toward me, quickly dropping its attack mode and flopping into my arms. She trembled like a human sobbing, but snakes have no tears and snakes can't speak. All she could do was express her sorrow silently. I held the little white snake and said, none of them are as good as my ex-girlfriend. But my ex-girlfriend isn't coming back to comfort me. Xiaobai, how about you pick one from here? That night, I pretended to fall asleep and felt the little white snake slither away from my arms. She slid along, opening door after door to get out, finally reaching the living room door of the villa. With a click it opened, then creaked shut. Just as I was about to celebrate seeing Lu Ruyan's gorgeous face again, urgent knocking came from outside. So soon? Lu Ruyan's got something. I fixed my hair and adjusted my Parisian style to make sure my looks were on point. So I happily opened the door, and then I saw the patrolling security auntie again. Holding the little white snake, the security auntie gave me a smug look. She even gave the snake a little heft. Young man, I told you keeping pets is fine, but a snake this big can't be allowed to slither out and scare people. I know you didn't mean it, but your snake is smart, it can open doors by itself. Good thing I kept my eye out. I took a couple extra rounds around here, and then a barrage of ha 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 crashed down on me. I couldn't stop laughing. What an unknowing good person. Stop laughing, girls, something's off. I remember the female lead has super high combat power. Last time she got caught because she wasn't going all out with 20 hands, but today it's just a security auntie. How did the female lead not escape? I'm curious too. The security auntie saw my expression like the thinker, with a crooked, smug grin and a tone dripping with pride. Pretty shocking, huh, kid? Are you both impressed by my skill and curious how I managed to subdue such a thick, long snake? Auntie, in my younger days, I was a national ancient martial arts champion, 3 consecutive titles. Later I got into real estate and made a small fortune. Now I have nothing better to do, so I work as a security guard and cleaner in my own company's residential community. And do some inspection on the side. The comments. Is this the treatment of a hidden master? The female lead is way too unlucky. Feels like Tyson running away and bumping into a superhero. Are your mouths really that venomous? The security auntie stuffed the lifeless little white snake into my arms and delivered the final blow to Lu Ruyan with her words. Young man, auntie can see you have a kind face and a good personality. Our family just happens to need a son-in-law. Think about it. After saying that, the security auntie pulled out her daughter's photo. It was by Ningbing, the prominent socialite of the capital circle, equally famous as Lu Ruyan. She's also Lu Ruyan's archenemy. My daughter is 5'7", pretty, owns a car and a house. If you're worried about conflicts if you move in, your uncle and I can move out first. How about that? Damn, I was actually a little tempted. The little white snake struggled to lift her head, saw the photo of Bai Ningbing, rolled her eyes and passed out again. I took the little white snake back to sleep, slept well all night. Sunlight streamed into the bedroom. I instinctively reached for the snake, but my hand found nothing. Just then, the comments scrolled by again. The male lead is already used to having the female lead by his side. Looks like she has a chance. Male lead, buddy, just wait for the jealous pickle to come clean. Too bad the male lead didn't see. Last night, the female lead was so angry she turned back into human form at midnight, furiously deleted the male lead's phone gallery, and tore up by Ningbing's photo. I looked into the trash can and sure enough, there were shreds torn with extreme care, broken beyond repair. Not even a chance to piece them together. That's fine, I only want Lu Ruyan anyway. Just as the bullet comments said, without the white snake around, I really felt a bit off. I kept subconsciously looking for her, and when I realized it, I cursed myself for being such a hopeless romantic. Then I quickly changed into a pair of gray sweatpants and a brand new t-shirt I had been saving, and slicked my hair back like a grown-up. Waiting for Lu Ruyan, the bullet comments were full of blessings. This mutual pining sweet story was just too adorable. I didn't want to see those fake people anymore. This couple was truly handsome man and beautiful woman, even though it had been a while since I saw the female lead's face. But just looking at the male lead made my heart bloom with joy. The netizens' comments inflated my ego, and then came a knock on the door. I stood up confidently, opened the door, and damn, another false alarm. It turned out to be my 3 cousins. The eldest one stared at my carefully styled appearance in bewilderment. "Bro, are you acting up today? Why is your face so red?" That was because I just did 300 push-ups. There was no point talking to this naive girl who couldn't even get a boyfriend. I clenched my fists tightly. She grinned and came over, linking her arm with mine as she walked inside. "Cousin, my sister's got a sharp tongue, you know that. Don't mind her. We're here to take you to eat at our place. Mom made your favorite stir-fried beef." Suddenly, the bullet comments warned. Oh no, the female lead is going to misunderstand. What? I looked toward the villa entrance and saw a lonely, beautiful figure disappear around the corner. No way, what a coincidence. The bullet comments voiced my thoughts. Do sweet stories always need these little misunderstandings? I hate misunderstandings. I was annoyed too. I told my cousins, "Don't wait for me. If I'm lucky, I'll bring your big sister along to eat." I quickly ran after her, but I didn't even catch a glimpse of her car's exhaust. She didn't answer my calls either. I was about to go to the garage to get my car. Then, with my super hearing, I caught Lu Ruyan, who had circled back, muttering by the wall. I knew black stockings and red heels were too plain. And I even matched with a rival in love. That Shin assistant is really unreliable. I thought for a moment, looking at my youngest cousin, who today was indeed wearing a pair of Balenciaga black letterprint stockings. I put down my car keys. I kept eavesdropping on Lu Ruyan's muttering, "Good thing I had a plan B. These purple suspender stockings are way more eye-catching." After all, even Su Song said purple has charm. I'll definitely outshine those 3 brats and win back my husband. As she spoke, Lu Ruyan started singing, "She's just my sister." My sister said purple has charm. Lu Ruyan, singing completely out of tune, stumbled into my line of sight. But honestly, her looks let her get away with anything. Such an awkward color, yet the female lead wore it with an air of luxury. So beautiful, so sexy, slurp, slurp. Lu Ruyan didn't expect me to be outside. The sudden eye contact threw off everything she wanted to say. She froze for a moment, then stammered, "Hubby, I bought you a car." Who calls someone hubby before getting back together? And what woman chases her man by gifting him a nice car? Yet the bullet comments all called it romantic. The female lead finally called him hubby. I was wrong back then. I shouldn't have rejected you. But I had my reasons, baby. Are you willing to listen? Lu Ruyan spoke quickly, as if afraid I'd refuse. After speaking, she glanced over at my 3 cousins hiding in the bushes and peeping. I shot a glare backward, and they scrambled away. I reached out. "Wife, let's go see the sports car I can't afford." Turns out she hadn't just given a car. She also gifted a trunk full of the male lead's favorite Genshin Impact figurines. "Baby, my body is actually different from ordinary people. And my anatomy is different from regular women's. Plus, the scent I release when stimulated could harm normal people. No wonder, every time I smell that scent, Barrett gets really excited." I listened, blushing. The bullet comments were dumbfounded. Ding ding ding. What is this, sending telegrams? Why is it muted? Only premium members get to hear this. I want the uncensored version. I looked at Lu Ruyan's face, torn about whether to expose her. But Lu Ruyan, blushing, confessed, "I might be different from normal women, but baby, I truly love you. All this time I wouldn't let you touch me. It was because I was insecure, afraid you couldn't accept someone as strange as me. But I can't keep hiding forever. I want to explain everything and beg for your forgiveness. Give me another chance, okay?" After speaking, Lu Ruyan lowered her head like a female prisoner awaiting judgment. And I, blinded by her beauty, couldn't make out a word she said. My mind only thought, what are those little lips saying? So pretty, I want to kiss. I steeled myself, if I want to kiss, then kiss. When Lu Ruyan was a snake, hadn't she kissed me plenty? I wrapped my arms around her slender waist, lowered my head, and kissed her straight on. Faster than the bullet comments came my cousin's hushed whisper. "Third brother is so awesome, no wonder he could land her. Turns out she's naturally charming. Why be so insecure? If I looked like that and had those skills, I'd go out every day to flirt with handsome guys, then shoot short videos for the audience's pleasure," laughing louder and louder. Lu Ruyan seemed to have heard. After that meal ended, I saw her awkward expression. She fled in panic. At that moment, the barrage comments went wild. The author is insane. I spat food all over the table while eating. Author, give us a break. There's no true empathy in this world. Except now. Because the little cousins are too mischievous. And they're so young. I kinda don't want to live either. Lu Ruyan and I got back together. On the first day back, she moved her belongings. Forcefully moved into my place. She took over every corner of my life with her stuff. She also asserted dominance everywhere. Since we're back together, you can't think about other women. Here comes that little jealous one again. Sitting on the sofa hugging a pillow, I defended myself once more. Didn't you hear last time? They're all my cousins. Then Lu Ruyan wobbled in. A pair of big boobs blocked my view, pressing down like a small mountain. Even cousins are no good. Seems she was really mad last time. It's okay to annoy her a bit. Indeed, her true form is more comfortable. Warm and soft, Lu Ruyan curled up in my arms, trying countless times to let me release her. But she always withdrew. The comments appeared as Lu Ruyan's mouthpiece. Female lead. You're not in your white snake mindset now. Can't be so willful. The female lead was nostalgic about her days as a white snake. When she's too unhappy, she wants kisses. The male lead not only wouldn't refuse, he might kiss back. Now that she's human, if she kisses the male lead, she might get 2 big sticks right away. So this is the legendary humans are worse than snakes? Ha ha ha. Forever laughing to death, forever pitiful. The anticipated night came quickly. I finished washing up and lay in bed, waiting for Lu Ruyan to come out of the shower. Lu Ruyan decided to just go all out. The next second, the bathroom door opened. She was wearing nothing underneath a purple transparent nightgown. At that moment, the comments were directly blocked. Let me fully experience this perfect moment. Mom, why can skin and figure be so perfect? Lu Ruyan walked toward me and placed a kiss directly on my forehead. I suddenly looked up. I blurted out thoughtlessly, why is there a smell of blood? Lu Ruyan got up awkwardly. She hurriedly went to the bathroom and changed into period panties. The comments popped up, no way, no way? It's over? Although first times can be quick, I've never seen it that fast. Lu Ruyan asked the male lead, what are you cooking? It's not some weird tonic medicine, is it? And at that time I was actually boiling brown sugar water. I poached 2 eggs and served it to Lu Ruyan. Lu Yen, you don't need to be upset. It's normal for your period to come early. We have plenty of opportunities. Maybe. Heaven wants our first time to be saved for a more proper occasion. At that moment the comments erupted with gleeful mockery. So he only got a bit of minced meat, didn't even taste the soup. The most tragic male lead ever. I even want to spend money to buy the female lead a period accelerator. First day back together, and I had a chaste night. What a helpless situation. The remaining days of her period were also quiet. After work with nothing to do, I teased Lu Ruyan. I used to raise a white snake. I wonder where it ran off to. Lu Ruyan. Have you seen it? Lu Ruyan looked around shiftily. Truly a dishonest bad snake. Even now, she's still hiding the truth. So I decided to just let Lu Ruyan be thoroughly embarrassed to death. I stroked Lu Ruyan's cheek, imitating the path the white snake liked, moving downward. My little white one used to crawl like this. It also liked to sleep in my arms every day. Lu Ruyan misses him a bit. Lu Ruyan forced a smile. After all, it was a snake I found. Maybe it returned to nature. Forget about it. I could tell Lu Ruyan didn't dare let me look. She also didn't want me to raise another snake. I spoke. I remember before. Your family's corporation posted a snake-finding notice for your lost snake. Later they said it was found. I pulled out the screenshot and showed it to Lu Ruyan. So cute. This white snake looks exactly like my little white. By the way, why didn't you bring it here to raise? I'm not scared. And I actually quite like snakes. While speaking, I leaned closer to Lu Ruyan. Her heart was pounding like a drum. Lu Ruyan panicked, and I was about to deliver the next heavy dose. To make Lu Ruyan confess everything. Then the villa door was knocked again. This door really attracts people. I opened the door, wondering who would bring me a surprise today. This time it was the security aunt. And she brought her daughter by Ningbing. The security aunt's face was full of a helpful smile. Young man, I saw you haven't called me daughter these days, so I brought her over. The security auntie touched her daughter's long hair and told me. She's pretty, right? No filters. Come on, quickly add me on WeChat. Bai Ningbing looked speechless and refused to take out her phone. Mom, what the hell are you doing? Lu Ruyan, who was brainstorming excuses in the living room, sensed something wrong and hurried out in 3 steps. Seeing Bai Ningbing's displeased face, she said, why are you coming to my boyfriend? Bai Ningbing saw it was Lu Ruyan. She instantly changed expression, pulled out her phone at crazy speed, and brought up the QR code. Mom, if you had told me earlier you were introducing me to Lu Ruyan's boyfriend, then I would definitely have added him. Add Lu Ruyan's boyfriend. Bai Ningbing, love stealing people and rolls the most in this life. Lu Ruyan argued with Bai Ningbing for half an hour. What right do you have to steal my boyfriend? I'm 1 cup size bigger than you. You're a low-grade defective product. Then you're a poor student. I scored 3 points higher than you in the college entrance exam. That's because of your ethnic minority bonus points. I complained together with the Damaku, fake business warfare, scheming and backstabbing. Manipulating the stock market, real business warfare, bickering and trying to anger each other. Lu Ruyan got tired of arguing, summoned a few white snakes from somewhere, and directly scared Bai Ningbing away. I sat on the sofa, holding Lu Ruyan's hand. When she closed the door and came in, I spoke leisurely. Lu Ruyan, don't ever let Assistant Shen send the white snake over. Lu Ruyan's vision went black. She pounced on me pitifully. You, a woman with long legs and 1.7 meters tall, directly curled up in my arms. Honey, I'm so pissed off by my love rival, and you won't even comfort me? You don't love me anymore. The female lead is too good at this. Give me a cuddle, I want a cuddle. Sweetness kills me. I held her to soothe her, then leaned close and whispered to Lu Ruyan all over her body. Don't I love you enough? I don't even mind that you're not human. Lu Ruyan's body instantly froze. She finally pulled away from my arms and looked at me seriously. So you knew? I nodded. I knew. Knowing, so I indulged. Indulged every provocation from the white snake, every close approach. Lu Ruyan was like a little girl who had made a mistake. Then she lowered her head and confessed everything. She said the Lu family had always been snake persons, just hiding in the human world to survive. I was afraid you'd be scared, afraid you wouldn't want me. Her voice grew quieter. But I roughly understood. I started thinking about a question and directly asked, is there reproductive isolation between humans? No, my father is human. I smiled. So I can still have beautiful daughters, right? I picked up Lu Ruyan in a princess carry. Walking into the bedroom, then let's try. She pouted and said word by word. Aunt Flo. I leaned in, my breath falling on her ear. 8th day wife. Bad husband. So you've been secretly counting down behind my back. Overwhelming kisses fell. From tentative to complete possession. Night quiet, dawn arrives. I had to hold my waist and sigh. Indeed, snake nature is just that. Laughter. The Damaku that had been blocked for a night reappeared. All night long. All night long. What did you two do? That brat eats well. I want to see. I want to see. But Lu Ruyan couldn't see the Damaku. She only knew to lean against my arms, gently rubbing her face against mine. Nice, but you belong to me, love. After we got married, I pestered Lu Ruyan and asked why she liked me. Is it because I saved your life, like,